You couldn't find the time for an urgent session. They do not deserve an urgent session, huh, my Algerian colleague?
To testify here
plus de 10 000
that the
femmes
more than 10,000 women
massacrées
massacred
ne se sont pas suicidées.
didn't massacre themselves. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative of Algeria for their further statement.
The devastating Israeli attack on the El Tiban school in Gaza City, which prompted this meeting, points once again to the desperate need to reach a ceasefire, free the hostages, and scale up humanitarian aid to Gaza.
It became apparent long ago that this Israeli government could care less about them. The hostages know it. Their families know it. You know it in the Security Council. Israel is killing them, abandoning them, playing with their lives. Netanyahu has other priorities, self-serving ones, maniacal ones. He's a maniac. Something terrible is happening in Israel. Something that has made justifying genocide, famine, and gang rape mainstream ideology. To those who continue to arm Israel, to those who still have the audacity to call in Israel, quote unquote, to investigate its own crimes, as if the actions of its soldiers do not reflect the actual policies of its military and political leaders. To those who dare to try and deter international courts from ensuring accountability instead of deterring the perpetrators of atrocities. Wake up. Wake up.
On Saturday, August 10th, Israel targeted not a school, not an innocent school. We targeted dangerous terrorists operating in a Hamas command and control center within El Tabain school. As usual, Hamas cynically abuses civilian facilities which should be protected as their terror bases. This strike eliminated at least 31 Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorists who carried out attacks from inside this compound. Right now, as we speak here now, millions of Israelis are preparing for a direct Iranian attack, just as they did in April. Iran's aggression threatens the entire region with war, a regional war. Yet you are here wasting time on falsehoods spread by the words of terrorists.
Now we're once again in a moment of heightened threat. Consequently, the United States has taken needed precautionary steps, including moving an aircraft carrier group and additional air assets to the region so that should the situation arise again, we are prepared to defend Israel and U.S. military personnel in the region against any threats. But let me be clear, our deployment of additional military assets are not a prediction of what is to come. The United States is deeply concerned about reports of civilian casualties following the August 10th strike by the IDF on the compound in Gaza that included a school and a mosque sheltering desperate, displaced people, including women and children. We have raised our concerns with Israel, and while they indicated they were targeting senior officials from Hamas and Palestinian Jihad, they have an obligation to do everything possible under international humanitarian law to protect civilians.
The school was sheltering several hundred displaced families, many of whom had moved there because of recent evacuation orders. And the strike was conducted during dawn prayers. Initial reports suggest this was one of the deadliest attacks on a school sheltering displaced people since the start of this conflict. Tragically, this is far from an isolated incident. Indeed, such attacks appear to be occurring with increasing frequency.